Hey y'all, how's it going? I'm trading the ES features on a 2000 tick chart with a 21 EMA. So I've got the overnight highs up here, overnight lows down here. These are our key levels. So we start pushing lower here. We top out here. That's what forms our overnight high. And so we push lower, and then you can see to the tick, there's first entry long, second entry long, failure. But to me, that just looks like one push down. There's really no entry here. It just starts getting sideways into this resistance right here. There's no way to safely take this. It's not like a big picture failed second entry. It's just, to the tick, getting sideways, not good. So zooming in here, we go into this downtrend, we break, and so we have downtrend, break, first attempt lower, second attempt lower, which I do want to draw this really quick. So this measured move here, you'd get it once it starts pushing down here. You'd know to put the measured move here. And what I was hoping for was a failed second entry right here to get a trade to reach the measured move. So it'd be like, we have this measured move in play, and then first entry long, second entry long, failure below the EMA. And we just never got that. We just plummeted down. So here, we eventually push up here. We push above the EMA. We have first entry short, second entry short, above the EMA. You don't want to take that. Then we push down. We have a bar closing way down here, but then we push back up, and now we have a bigger picture, two legs up here. So we have the first leg, break, and then we start moving up here, so we can put the measured move there. We have that first attempt to reach the measured move, and then second attempt to reach the measured move. And then this entry right here was on this, small lower high, but I'm still using the full swing stop there. I did only go 1-to-1 because we were going sideways. The lows weren't very consistent here, which is why I didn't mind it, not to mention the this larger measured move in play, because price action levels get larger, get bigger as more time goes on. So eventually these two legs, it becomes one leg. This is a break here, and then we have put the second leg there. Once it starts going down, we can expect it to possibly make a second leg down there. So I didn't mind pushing it through those lows because they weren't consistent anyway. The highs were consistent. We have 1, 2, perfectly matched double top right there, and then we retest it here. These lows here, let me copy this over, was not consistent, so I didn't mind pushing it through that, because we did have a bearish bias here. So not to mention we were struggling to get above the EMA here. We couldn't even reach this measured move here. So this was a failure to reach this measured move, and it was expecting a second possible larger leg down. So only 1-to-1 though, because when you're going sideways like that, you do want to limit your target in. It's just the safe thing to do. So we push lower here, we break out of the overnight low. So now we have this push out, we start correcting. It's kind of choppy. We have first entry short, second entry short. Of course, that's way too sideways. You don't want to enter that. Then we push up, we push back above the EMA, close inside of the range again, the overnight low, I mean. So we push up, and then we don't resist off of it. There's really no way to take that. It's just a breakout pullback that went inside, so it's not off of anything. You can hope for like a failed second entry down here, but you don't get that. You just plummet straight down. We retest this low right here. We push back up, and this is a lower high right here, but it's right after a bullish, really bullish push through the EMA. So you don't want to take that. You want to wait on two clear attempts to fade this range right here and then get a good setup, which you just don't get a good setup here. And so then we push up, break, second leg up here. Notice that there's a two-legged move up right there. And at this point, we have these lows right here. You can drag it to the highs right there. And then we start going sideways here. It just gets really choppy right here. Nothing safe to take. And then we push lower. We start forming this smaller range inside of this range when we get that double top, this double bottom here. These highs are fitting. And here we push off, we get a triple test. So now there's a triple test right here, which this is actually a trade that I missed right here because you have two legs down, making a triple test, small fade of this range right here. And once again, this right here is a magnet. The overnight low range is a magnet right here. So if you entered this, good job. I missed this real time. I just wasn't quite focusing enough. And you can see this right here. You got this measured move down. Didn't quite reach it, but you are forming a triple test right there. Now you do have this larger measured move in play, but once again it's the measured move versus the magnet right here. So it's whatever looks best at the time. And when you get a clear triple test like that, fading this smaller range as well, then I do like going long there. Just ride it to the high of this range right here, because you don't want to push it through the overnight low right there, because that could really cause resistance problems. So anyway, you push up here, and then once you do reach the overnight high, you push through it a little bit. You have this double top right here, and then this right here is actually, notice this measured move right here. I'm going to delete it, copy it back over. So at first you'd have it like this. You see push up, break, measured move right here, and then when you actually get that leg to the measured move, you can move it over just to confirm it. It came within a tick of it, and then it just pushed down. It's also fading this range right here, which is why I liked it. So it's 2 attempts to fade the overnight low, which is a significant level, and then it just push strongly down, and then you're also fading this range right here, which is why I liked it, closing out of STT. So I only did 1 to 1.5 because I didn't want to push it through these lows too much, because it is also playing this range right here. So I was, considering pushing it all the way down to this low right here, but you got to be safe because we do have another range right here. You got to get out. I don't mind pushing it a tick through, but I don't want to push it like multiple points through. So anyway, here we push out, we break out of this low again here, and we push higher. There's really no entry. It just plummets straight down very strongly. You would really want to see a couple legs right there, kind of like here. We have these 2 legs there. They're clearly connected. You only have 1 leg here. And then you push up here, you start getting congestive at the EMA. Really no way to take any of this. It just gets really choppy here. And then you just push up out of nowhere. So first leg up, break, second leg up, we push back in, we fade the overnight low, and correct here, we don't reach the EMA, so that's not good. And here you only have a first entry to the EMA, and then you get a second entry, and it's below the EMA, and then at this point, some would be looking to go long to continue fading this overnight range here. Some would be looking for a trade to fade this range right here and kind of get a breakout pullback entry down here off the overnight low. I was hoping for a long entry, but I did want it to get above the EMA because this range has proven to be pretty significant. I mean, it's been active for a while at this point. So what I would want to happen is after you get this first leg down here, break, second leg down, I'd want to see a reversal pattern higher. But you just don't get that. It kind of just goes sideways, then you spike up, spike back down, but then you get a big picture 2 legs down here. First leg down, break, second leg down. You have this push up here, clear 2-legged break, bouncing off the overnight low right there. But once again, you are within this range right here, so you want to be careful. I would still want to see something push up and hold above the EMA. And then, even if we just had a bar that spiked up and, strongly pushing through the EMA here, I would like that just for 1-to-1. But by the time you do close above, you get this bar right here where it's closing halfway down and then it's closing way up here, and it's just too late at that point. So we spike back up, push back down, really no way to get in on any of that. But so yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Oh, I did forget to mention, of course, I was looking for larger patterns at this point, or not at this point, but earlier I was looking for larger patterns, but nothing held. And I did have this right here. One bounce off the low here, it was also into this resistance right here, which was another reason to not take it. And then, of course, we didn't get anything closing out of it here. So, it just didn't hold. 1, 2, 3 times, break, first push at a new low, and then we're kind of going into this range right here now. So notice these highs, because it's hard to spot these sometimes whenever ranges form right on top of other ranges, but that just happens when it's getting slower. So anyway, we push up, break out of this range right here, fading back down. No clear entries. It just pushes down, bad lower high, and then a bad failed second entry. I'd want to see a clear failed second entry right there. But we just don't get that. So anyway, appreciate you watching. Hope it helped in some way, and I'll see y'all next time.